you didn't see last season, I won my first championship in 4 years. So that's good. I think in terms of turning around an organization, I did a pretty decent job. I made some tough trades and stuff during last season. I traded Michael Kidd-Gilchrist for Harrison Barnes, I believe his name is. I can't even remember this kid's name. And I keep saying kid when he's older than me. Yeah, Harrison Barnes, okay. So I got a pretty young team. I don't think I have a single player that's over 30 on the starting rotation anyway. I did get Carlos Boozer, which I'm happy with. Definitely going to be a good team this year. As long as nobody gets annoyed that they're not starters. When it's pretty obvious certain people shouldn't be starters. Like Campbell, for example, I got to make a prospect so he doesn't get angry. Because he's good enough to start on certain teams. Just not mine. He's going to be sad for a while, but he'll get over it. Let's see. He's still happy being a prospect, so Joe Johnson's going to have to be 6-man. I'll just switch the minutes up later. This guy's got to be a prospect too. I did just draft him this year, so I don't see a reason why he's even considered a 6-man. I gotta change Lawson to a starter, and I'm gonna change Forte to a star just because it really has no effect on their morale if they're already 100% because they're starters. But I like to know who my stars are and who aren't. So this guy's gonna be my starter. So let's see. I'm gonna switch these minutes out, and I'm gonna give them to my ear. If he does get angry that he's a prospect still, I will change him to 6-man at that point. And if he's still angry, I'll probably end up having to trade him because Barnes is going to be my starter for a long time. At least the next 4 years, I think. So, yeah, he's going to be around. And I'm also going to switch Boozer's minutes out with Washburn because Washburn could actually play a little bit better than Boozer, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Boozer's probably got some signature moves, but signature skills, more than Washburn, but Washburn's just better. Like, that's it. And I got this guy in the reserves, which is awesome because he's really good. And he's a reserve player, so it's like, wow. I might actually end up trading him now I'm looking at it. Or I might trade Boozer or Mullins. I'm debating. Because I got him signed for 5 years. I've only got Boozer signed for about 1. So I'm going to look to trade Boozer. See what I could get. First round pick from I could put him back on the Bulls if I really wanted to, I guess. The Kings were good last time I remember. And I could really care less for Chris Humphries. He's going to sit on the bench if I do this trade. If I do decide to do that trade, he's going to be sitting on the bench, Chris Humphries. I could get a first and second round pick that I know are going to be worthless. Or I could get a first round pick with the terrible Kings, I'm pretty sure. And I guess now it's saving. But, let's see. Oh, wow. I don't know if anybody remembers this, but back in Season 2, well, after Season 1 ended, I got some draft picks, and this was one of the other guys I drafted back in 2013 with the first round overall pick, and he's a 95 at age 24. That's ridiculous. Oh my god. He is really good. Wow, that's just that's crazy. I don't regret doing that trade because I think actually I can't even remember what that trade did for me. I think he got me a first round pick and he got me DeMarcus Cousins, I believe. He got me something. I can't remember what. I'm gonna have to look back on my footage eventually to see what it got me and see if it was worth it. But I'll leave that up to you if you guys think that was worth the deal I did, because looking at it now, he's amazing, and yeah, I just want to hear your opinions, honestly. What do you think about the guy that I drafted years ago is now a 95, and I currently have a 95 overall point guard already, so I'm wondering, I want to hear your guys' thoughts on what you think about that whole, well, now I gotta fix my, my whatever again, because that's changed. Campbell's gonna be disappointed for a little bit, but no big deal. Alright, so that's good. He's gonna sit on the bench, and I'm sure he doesn't care because he sucks, and he knows it. I mean, he married a Kardashian, what do you want? He's a really good rebounder, so if I do end up losing somebody to injury, I don't mind him coming off the bench. So that's good. So, thus begins Season 5 of Road to 9 consecutive championships. So I'm going to sim to this point after I check on contract extensions. He will resign, but I'm sure he's not going to be happy being a prospect, even if I sign him for about 5 years. Let's see. He's 24 and he's only an 81. And if you didn't see Stinson, for example, he's a 95 at this point. So there's certain players who are just good at that point, and certain players who aren't. The thing I like is that he's 6'10", and he can hit a three-point shot if I really asked him to. So if I tell him he's going to be a starter, he'll be happy. But the reality is he's never going to be a starter. I'm probably going to end up trading him in the middle of the year. But we'll see what the year holds, like injury-wise and stuff. Chemistry's good so far. Definitely want to keep that at around 90. Definitely keep it at 100 if I can, obviously. Barney Forte is hurt. I'll just leave it as it is. I'm winning, so I really don't see a reason to switch it right now. Even though he's hurt, I don't care. He'll be fine. See? Bam. We won a bunch of games and he was hurt. We just got swept for that week. Wow. And then we swept that week. We beat the Bulls. We lost to the Cavs. Hello? We're winning. I think I'm at the point where my team is pretty much unbeatable, like, playoff-wise. I'll just leave it as it is. I mean, he's not even a starter, so it's not even significant. We still haven't lost 10 games, but watch as I say that, we lose. Yep, there it is. So we just got into double-digit losses, and really no big deal. Let's see. Looks like I'm going to win that. 110 in a row. Beat the Nuggets, Wizards, Pistons. Just barely. Harrison Barnes for Jeremy Lin. No. Not even worth it. Come on, get out of here. Alright, so we're at the trade deadline. I just want to see who's unhappy. Barnes is unhappy. He's labeled a prospect, but he's not happy. He's probably never going to start, in my opinion, just because this man's better than him by a lot, and I'm not going to work with him at all. Joe Johnson's unhappy. That's not good. A lot of people are unhappy, actually. This town, we are united, we are this nation, Legion. Humphreys is gone. I thought he'd be fine being a backup, but apparently not. So I'd be more than happy to get rid of him. That gets explain later. That wouldn't be a bad deal, but I'd rather get the second round pick. With Pau Gasol? Wow, he is terrible. It's a game, but it's not fair. That's probably the best deal to do. I don't see why I shouldn't do that. Just do nothing. He wasn't even part of the offense to begin with. If I can get somebody for Joe Johnson, that'd be pretty swell, actually. I'm going to leave him on the team because I'm going to be getting rid of Joe Johnson. Because he's not happy being on this team. Because, guess what? He sucks. And apparently he doesn't know that. Oh, I thought that was Jeremy Lamb. I'm like, hello? I will do that deal in a second. Let's see. I can get Austin Rivers. He's, nah, not worth it. J.R. Smith, I would normally do. Oh wow, Kobe Bryant. He would definitely not be happy not being the starter, so I'm not gonna get him. I'm not gonna get another pissed off veteran. If I could just get a first round pick, that'd be nice. There's Jeremy Lamb. He's not as good as I thought he was. I thought he was a lot better than that. There's Terrence Ross. If you don't remember, I traded him a few years ago. So nobody's willing to give me a first round pick for this guy. That's disappointing. In fact, people are asking me for picks. So that's kind of stupid. Me and Joe Blow. Alright, well, there's no point in trading him if nobody wants him anyway. Mullins is probably the next guy to go because he sucks. And he's not really what I would look for in a power forward in terms of inside shooting. I kind of expect better from him, honestly. Get my first pick back, and I'd be getting a decent. I'd be getting a power forward who actually has some potential, but he probably sucks in all honesty. I could get this guy who's actually decent. Get Glenn Davis, possibly. Dejuan Blair, huh? No thanks. I don't need a good power forward. I just need a power forward, and I want some draft picks. Wizards. I have a small forward who could play power forward, so I'm not too concerned about getting a power forward in return. Oh yeah, if I remember correctly, the Wizards actually had a good team with John Wall, so I'm just not going to do that deal. Do I still have my pick? I don't. Let me see if I can get... Actually, there's no point in doing that kind of deal yet. Let me get rid of Brian Mullins. And let me see if I can get first round pick and a power forward that I could rely on. I don't know why I'm even looking through the rest of these deals. But I may as well, right? Maybe 2 first round picks? Nope. It's either this or this, and this one looks a lot better. So I'm going to do that. I know the 76ers are a good team, so don't think I overlook that. But this guy is not going to complain not getting minutes at all. But he's probably going to get some minutes. But not enough to be considered a good player. Joe Johnson's just going to have to live with being a 6-man who doesn't really get 6-man type of minutes. Because he's not really that good compared to what I have. Nation. You know what? You're a role player. Like, I don't know what to tell you, man. That's as bad as you're gonna get, as far as I know. I might. Let me see if I can get rid of him. I mean, I can't do this to him. He's not gonna be good. Even if he plays for me, it's just not gonna be good. I might do that deal. That's an immediate possibility. Get that first round pick would be solid. Let me see. Yeah, there's really nothing else. I'm gonna do that deal. There we go. Just let that get adjusted. Bucks acquire Parker from the Spurs. Oh, really? Wow. Tony Parker got traded. Oh, wow. That's weird. So Tony Parker got traded. That's pretty interesting. Here's some other deals that aren't me, although they aren't really that significant. What I've seen so far. Yeah, none of them are really. Knicks traded Amari Stoudemire, Patrick Patterson. Wow. Derrick Rose re-signed with the Bulls for 5 years. Shoo! Damn. Man, I want to re-sign him because I like him a lot. He's 6'10" and everything, but I would have to tell him he's a starter, and he's probably not going to be happy with that declaration. Although I could do this, actually, now that I think about it. He's happy being a six-man, and I don't care. He'll be good. He's not expensive. He's only like $10 million. That's perfect. I'll do that easy. That wasn't even a tough decision. I could always trade him if I really need to. I did not initiate a no-trade clause, so that's perfect. So now my chemistry should shoot back up because everybody understands their roles, and they're okay with that. And we've made the playoffs, so I don't really see how you can be any happier as a team. We're already in the playoffs, so all these games are pretty much meaningless to us, but if we want the best record in the conference, we may as well. We are the best team in the NBA as far as I'm concerned. I don't think there's too many teams that can keep up with us except for the Thunder. So we led the league in points per game. We got player named defensive first team, blah, blah, blah. You could read this if you want to. Just pause the video. And just coach the MVP. You guys can take a guess who the MVP is. Brandon Jennings. Okay. I kind of expected DeMarcus Cousins, but, either way. I'm happy with that. Anthony Davis gets the Defensive Player of the Year again. And my coach gets the Coach of the Year award. So that's good. Even though the assistant coaches, I think, had the most influence on my team. So if you want to look through these, just, pause the video, whatever.